Hey everyone, Tony Phelan here with Competition X, and today on the workbench we've got a new vehicle from Tamiya, sort of. This is the VQS 2020. Now the VQS 2020 is basically a reissue of the legendary Vanquish four-wheel drive buggy Tamiya had some years ago. It does come with a few updates to make it more modern, and those include a pre-painted and pre-cut body, aluminum front uprights, as well as universal front drive shafts from the 2011 Avante reissue. It also comes with planetary gear discs from the original Avante, as well as a TBLE O2S ESC and 540 brushed motor, either Johnson or Mabuchi or whatever you call them. Now we're going to try and build this vehicle in stock form, right out of the box. However, with those electronics, we're racers, we like to go a little faster, so the initial build may be with them, but we're also going to try and do a build later on with a little bit more updated electronics, like a 17.5 motor, some better tires, and we're going to take it to the track and see what it'll do on a racing surface. But before we do that, we got to get inside this box to see what this kit comes with, so let's get to it. So as you know, Tamiya's kits usually come with Phillip head screws, which are kind of a pain in the butt if you have an American style screwdriver. Sometimes the screws don't fit inside the screwdriver and you end up stripping them out. That's where this comes in handy. Now this is Tamiya's new ratcheting screwdriver. Comes with a single bit, with other bits available if you want to try a flat head or even a socket wrench. It also has three different settings. You got the center setting, which locks it for ratcheting to tighten it up, or for loosening things up. Cool little screwdriver. You definitely want one of these if you're going to build a Tamiya kit. All right, so there she is, the VQS 2020. As you can see, it comes with a pre-cut and pre-painted body. It's a re-release of the 1988 four-wheel drive buggy kit. It does come with anti-roll bars, CVA oil damper units, adjustable front and rear double wishbone suspension, gnarly knobby tires as well. All right, let's get inside the box. All right, so the first thing we have here is, of course, the speed control. This is the TBLE O2S speed control. We got the chassis, tub chassis. Battery looks like it goes in on one side. Wheels. These look like, I was hoping they'd be standard wheels. We could reuse these with a different set of tires, but I don't think we can. But it does look like it comes with hexes, so that's good. We can swap these out with some other wheels and tires to work. We've got, let's see what's in this bag here. We've got, looks like the rear suspension units, rear suspension parts. Differential, maybe, gearbox. Looks like suspension arms. More suspension parts. Uprights, steering blocks, and then of course, this looks like gearbox stuff right here. Yep, gearbox. There is the pre-painted body, and looks like that's a wing as well. Yep, pre-painted wing and body. I like that it's clear, so you can see into it. See the driver in there. Very nice. And then your large knobby tires. Let me get these open here. Look at those knobs on those things. Kind of scary. But, you know, back in the day, that's what we used to run. It's got the tires. And then this looks like it comes up. Oh yeah, more parts. So we have the shock tower. Looks like servo horns. Other parts there. Front bumper, rear bumper, all the rod ends. And more gearbox parts. Gearbox. Center bulkhead. That has a center one. Looks like some kind of bearing sits in there. And then the battery tray door, and looks like the top deck. Alright, before we get into the box of goodies, let's get into what we got here. Standard Tamiya paperwork. The sticker sheet, different numbers, four-wheel drive, VQS, and then the manual. Standard Tamiya manual. I want to see, does this come with bearings? This does. Look like it has bearing there. Looks like bearings and some bushings. So yeah, bearing there. So if you want to get a full bearing set, looks like it does have most of them. Looks like, oh yeah, see there's bearings. So it looks like there's mostly bearings. There may be a couple bushings, so maybe if you want to put full bearings, you may just want to look that up prior to building. And oh, look at that. A little appendum. Manual correction. All right. Okay, let's see what's in this box. All of the other parts. There's your little driver, helmet and driver, your gearbox gears, servo saver, your shocks, plastic bodied shocks. They are not threaded, so you'll need to use preload clips. They've got the preload clips there. Foams for the inside of the tire. I don't know that you're going to need them, but all right. And then all of these screw bags. Ugh. Your 540 motor, Mabuchi. Looks like all the bearings. There's your aluminum knuckles right there. If you can see those really well, aluminum knuckles. Drive shaft. C-bag. Oh, this whole thing is a C-bag. Looks like a bunch of shock parts. Mounting hardware. Bearings. Good news. Here's your A-bag. Motor mount. More bearings in there. Your pinion. A couple bushings. Looks like the tools. We get the grease. Ball diff grease. And of course the, anti-wear grease and the thread lock. And looks like a couple tools in there too. You get a couple of these different 4-way wrenches. The D-bag. Stop laughing. There is looks like a steering brace maybe. Your tie rods. More mounting hardware. And then of course B-bag, which is going to be your shock fluid, your springs. So the springs. And the springs right there. And then it looks like more mounting hardware, hex drives, and more. Oh, and then all your O-rings and stuff. Oh, more bearings. Lots of bearings. All right, there you have it. So I'm really excited to get this kit built. I didn't have the Avante or the Vanquish when I was younger, but having kind of this legendary style vehicle ready to put on the track and go, especially with like these tires, kind of excited to see how it's going to work. I am, though, going to be building this up a little bit more once I get that whole kind of review thing done. A little bit faster motor, maybe a little bit bigger battery pack, and definitely some new tires. I want to take it to an official track and see what this thing can do around the track. So please stay tuned to the channel because we're going to do, like I said, a full build on this as well as kind of an update afterwards. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notifier, and if you like this video, give it a like. All right, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.